Imagine taking a journey deep within the earth, a voyage that unveils the mysteries hidden beneath our feet. In this report, we will embark on an extraordinary expedition through Earth's layers, exploring the dynamic force that shape our planet's ever-changing crust. This is Maybe Silades, together with my co-reporter, Christine Joy Amoro and Lorenet Sahulga. Brace yourself for a captivating adventure into the heart of our world.
So, I am Lorenet Sahulga and I am going to discuss about the Earth's crust. But before that, let me introduce to you the layers of the Earth. So, the Earth is divided into three main layers, namely the crust, the mantle, and the core. So, understanding the different layers of the Earth will help us learn about what the Earth is made of, how it is structured, and how it behaves. The Earth's crust is like the skin of an apple, since the crust is the outermost layer of the Earth, as well as it is the thinnest layer, ranging from about 5 to 70 kilometers in thickness. Also, the Earth's crust is made up of large amounts of silicon and aluminum. And it is also composed of plates on which the continents and oceans rest. These ride over molten mantle. Aside from that, the crust is made of solid rocks and minerals. And beneath the crust is the mantle, which is also mostly solid rocks and minerals, but punctuated by malleable areas of semi-solid magma. Moreover, Earth's layers constantly interact with each other, and the crust and upper portion of the mantle are part of a geologic unit called lithosphere. So, ano nga ba ang meron sa lithosphere? So, the name lithosphere comes from the Greek words meaning stone layer. It is the rigid outermost shell of a planet, and it is composed of two layers, the crust and the uppermost mantle. The lithosphere is also divided into separate planes, which move very slowly in response to the convecting part of the mantle. And these plates are African plate, Antarctic plate, Eurasian plate, Indo-Australian plate, North American plate, Pacific plate, and the South American plate. The lithosphere is also subdivided horizontally into tectonic plates, which often include terrains accreted from other plates. And so, diba, it is divided into tectonic plates, so which are in turn broken up into smaller plates that make up the Earth's atmosphere. And that's wrap up the lithosphere. Going back to the Earth's crust, diba, it is divided into two types. So these two types are the oceanic crust and the continental crust. So let's start with oceanic crust. Oceanic crust is extending 5 to 10 kilometers beneath the ocean floor and is mostly composed of different types of basalt, and geologists often refer to the rocks of the oceanic crust as sima. So take note that sima stands for silicate and magnesium, the most abundant minerals in oceanic crust. And constantly, ang oceanic crust is ma-form ni siya sa mid-ocean ridges kung saan ang tectonic plates are tearing apart from each other. And aside from that, the oceanic crust is very young then in comparison to the continental crust. Kasi, according to our research, the oldest oceanic crust is 200 million years old lang, but the oldest continental crust is as old as 4 billion years na. Continental crust, on the other hand, is created by plate tectonics and almost always much older than oceanic crust because continental crust is rarely destroyed and recycled in the process of subduction, and some sections of continental crust are nearly as old as the Earth itself. So, we can say talaga na mas matanda talaga ang continental crust compare sa oceanic crust. Ang continental crust then is mostly composed of different types of granites, and geologists often refers to the rocks of the continental crust as shale. And take note, shale stands for silicate and aluminum, the most abundant minerals in continental crust. And para jud inyong masabtan, no, we have provided here a table for you guys to fully understand the difference between continental and oceanic crust. As you can see sa table, we have 6 categories, and the first one we have is rock type. And sa continental crust, ang rock type niya is granite, while sa oceanic crust is basalt. Then sa thickness naman, continental crust is 5 to 70 km thicker compared sa 3 to 8 km na mas thinner na crust. Both continental and crust are solid in terms of their state. Then, as what I've said earlier, ang continental crust is older jud siya compared sa oceanic crust. Tapos, based naman sa density, ang continental is less dense while ang oceanic is more dense. And the last category, oxygen, sodium, silicon, aluminum, and potassium are the element composition naman of continental crust, while only iron, magnesium, and calcium ang element composition na present sa oceanic crust. So, I hope na na-understand ninyo ang difference sa continental o oceanic crust, no, based sa table that we provided. And if you want to know and to read other information about sa crust, you can visit the nationalgeographic.org page po. And that's it for my discussion about the Earth's crust.
The Earth mantle is a layer of the Earth located between the Earth's crust, or the outermost solid shell of the Earth, and the Earth's core, or the innermost mostly liquid part of the Earth. It is the thickest layer. The mantle is a vast region that extends from the base of the Earth's crust to a depth of about 2,900 kilometers down to the outer core and make up a whopping 84% of Earth's total volume. The mantle lies between Earth's dense, superheated core and its thin outer layer, the crust. The viscosity of the mantle also varies greatly. It is mostly solid rock, but less viscous at tectonic plate boundaries and mantle plumes. The Earth's mantle is primarily composed of solid rock, although it can exhibit some semi-fluid behavior due to the extremely high temperature and pressure conditions found at these depths. It consists of various types of silicate minerals, including peridotite, pyroxenes, and olivine. The mantle can be divided into an upper and lower layer. The upper mantle is mostly solid, but its more malleable regions contribute to tectonic activity. The upper mantle is relatively rigid and contains the asthenosphere, a semi-fluid layer that allows the movement of tectonic plates. The upper mantle extends from the crust to a depth of about 410 kilometers and is characterized by its malleability and contribution to tectonic activity. And now the lower mantle. The solid lower mantle contributes to the overall convection and heat transfer within the Earth's interior. The lower mantle, extending from about 660 kilometers to 2,700 kilometers beneath the surface, is hotter and denser than the upper mantle. Intense pressure keeps the lower mantle solid. And now the asthenosphere. The asthenosphere is the denser, weaker layer beneath the lithospheric mantle. It lies between 62 miles and 255 miles beneath Earth's surface. The rocks soften and partly melt, becoming semi-molten due to the high temperature and pressure.
Have you ever wondered what lies beneath our feet? Beyond the soil, past the bedrock, deeper than the deepest mines, there is the world that hotters than the magma, and as mysterious as the darkest corner of the universe. Welcome to Earth's core. This is Maybe Silades, and today, let's explore the secrets that its core holds. So let's buckle up and dive into the heart of our amazing Earth. Earth's core is very hot, very dense center of our planet. The ball-shaped core lies beneath the cool, brittle crust and the mostly solid mantle. The core is found about 2,900 kilometers below the Earth's surface and has a radius of about 3,485 kilometers. Ang Earth's core ay isa sa mga bumubuong bahagi ng ating mundo na matatagpuan sa gitnang bahagi ng ating mundo. Ayon sa pag-aaral, ang Earth's core ay may lalim na 2,900 na kilometro mula sa pang-ibabaw na bahagi ng ating mundo at may radius na 3,485 kilometro. The Earth's core is like the engine room of a giant ship, powering and directing our planet's magnetic field, protecting us from harmful solar radiation, and play a key role in the tectonic activities that shape our world. Ang Earth core ay binubuo sa dalawang bahagi. Ito ay ang outer core, which borders the mantle, and ang inner core ang pinakagitnang bahagi ng ating mundo. At ang tawag sa boundarya na humihiwalay sa outer core at inner core ng ating mundo ay tinatawag na Boolean discontinuity. The outer core is about 2,200 kilometers thick, is mostly composed of liquid iron and nickel. The nickel and iron alloy of the outer core is very hot, between 4,500 and 5,500 degrees Celsius. The liquid metal of the outer core has a very low viscosity, meaning it is easily deformed and malleable. It is the site of violent convection. The kerning metal of the outer core creates and sustains Earth's magnetic field. Ang outer core ng ating mundo ay ang pangalawa sa pinakaloob na bahagi ng ating planeta na matatagpuan sa ilalim ng mantle at sa labas ng inner core. Ito ay maabot mula sa 2,200 kilometro mula sa ibabaw na bahagi ng ating mundo. Ang outer core ay nasa likidong estado at pangunahing binubuo ng iron at nickel. Ang init na nagmumula sa outer core ay isa sa mga sanhi kung bakit nagkakaroon ng crustal movement. Ang outer core din ang responsable sa paglikha ng geomagnetic field ng ating mundo na nakakatulong sa atin mula sa masasamang dulot ng cosmic rays. The inner core is a hot, dense ball of mostly iron. It has a radius of about 1,220 kilometers. The temperature in the inner core is about 5,200 Celsius. The liquid outer core separates the inner core from the rest of the Earth, and as a result, the inner core rotates a little differently than the rest of the planet. It rotates eastward, like the surface, but it's a little faster, making an extra rotation about 1,000 years. Ang inner core ang pinakagitnang bahagi ng ating mundo at ang pinakamalalim na bahagi. Ito ay isang solidong parte ng ating mundo na pangunahing binubuo ng iron at nickel. Sa kabila ng matinding init na may temperatura na tinatayang 5,200 degrees Celsius, ang malaking presyon sa lalim na ito ay nagpapanatili sa mga metal sa isang solidong estado. At kagaya ng outer core, ang inner core ay may malaking papel sa paglikha ng geomagnetic field ng mundo. So, let me tell you some fun facts about inner core. Did you know that our inner core is actually hotter than the surface of the sun? That's right. The inner core temperature is estimated to be between 5,200 to 7,000 degrees Celsius, while ang surface ng sun is around 5,500 degrees Celsius. It's amazing to think that there is a place on Earth hotter than the sun. And our Earth's core is about 70% the size of the moon. That's pretty big considering it's under our feet. Crustal movement is a movement resulting from or causing deformation of Earth's crust. The movement of the Earth's plates has risen in the folding and faulting of the crust. This is due to Earth's plates transverging, diverging, or converging against one another. Ang paggalaw ng crust ay isang natural na proseso na kung saan ang mga tectonic plates sa ibabaw ng Earth ay gumagalaw dahil sa iba't ibang mga dahilan, kasama na ang mga geological force gaya ng volcanic activities at earthquake. Ang plates ay maaaring magkabanggaan, maghiwalay o mag-slide sa tabi ng bawat isa. Kapag ang dalawang plates ay nagkabanggaan, tinatawag itong convergent boundary. Kapag sila ay naghiwalay, tinatawag itong divergent boundary. At kapag sila ay nag-slide sa tabi ng bawat isa, ito ay tinatawag na transform boundary. Ang paggalaw ng crust ay nagdudulot ng iba't ibang geologic phenomena, kasama na ang pagbuo ng mga bundok, bulkan at pagkakaroon ng mga lindol. Sa kabila ng epektong dulot nito, mahalaga pa rin ito sa pagpapanatili ng balanse sa ating planeta. The motion of the plates can be described in four patterns. The plates separate, plates subduct, plates collide, and plates slide past to each other.
Just as a story is more than its final words, our planet is far more than its surface. Each layer, each movement, each tremor tells a tale of a dynamic, ever-changing world. We hope this report has sparkled a curiosity within you, a desire to understand the world beneath us and the wonders it holds. Remember, every step we take is a step on a journey to the center of the earth. So keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep marveling at the world beneath your feet.
The motion of the plates can be described in four patterns. The plates separate, plates subduct, plates collide, and plates slide past to each other.